What's up, Trader's Edge? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option. And today I'm going to break down what happened during the week in SPX and VIX. Friday, we had a major breakthrough. I'm going to let you know what that is. So, with that, let's dig in. So, couple of really positive things on Friday for the market if you're a bull. The turnaround on the market, big gap lower, closed the day green, closed basically on the highs. We managed to close the week up. So we had a nice rally on Friday the 14th to close 56.38. A lot of chop this week, but we did close up more than 30 points. Call it about 0.5%. The big developments we're noticing and seeing start with movement. Movement is crashing. Average true range is going to be in the 80s, which is a really good measure of movement, is going to be in the 80s coming in on Monday. Now, on the VIX, couple of big deals, but I'm going to give you the big one right now. VIX closed down, and how much did it close down? Check out our term structure. VIX is in a contango. For the first time since February, we're in a real contango in the VIX. Right? We have not seen the VIX either flat or backward since February. It's been that kind of crazy. But VIX has really pulled back. And that futures term structure, right? When we're in a contango, what does that mean? Generally speaking, the market feels calm, and the market is going to generally rally. So, what does this mean? Well, Friday, we did get a lot of love from the top end of the curve, the top end of the market. If you look at how we moved, I'm just going to pull up my big stock quote thing here. A lot of green, but a lot of strength in like Apple, Google, Meta, Netflix was strong, Microsoft, Reddit, Roblox. So we saw money flow into high beta, but it also didn't crush any of the other major kind of sectors as we were pulling around. The only sector that probably had kind of a bad day was energy and the industrials. So where does this leave us? Now, I still believe the market needs to get over 5,700 for me to be really confident. But where I think this leaves us is that there are the rest of the market that is not those 8 names. They're in a position to potentially rally and rally really nicely. So I am going to, over the next 3 days, give you 3 stocks that I really like coming out of all of this. Names that are not those top 8s, because the market is much stronger than you realize. The top 8 stink, and I can show you what I mean. The top 8 stink. Take a look at this chart. All right. And I want to compare on a 3-month chart. The top line is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The middle is the SPY. The bottom, right here, is the triple Q. And the down 10% is the 90 largest names in the S&P 500. The more concentrated the index is in those top 8 names, Apple, Amazon, Broadcom, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, Google, and Tesla, the more that you have, the worse the last 3 months has been. That easy. So how do you take advantage of it? There are some stocks with what I believe is a stronger market that I think are primed to do extremely well. And I'm going to give you my first one right now. Stay tuned for the two more that are be coming in two separate videos. So let's start. I love a reclamation story. And Boeing appears to have finally broken out of this terrible malaise caused by the 737 MAX, all the other problems they've had. All right. They just got a big government contract. There's a lot of bullish. It's actually seeing movement increase while it's rallying. And what I really love is, yeah, VIX is still 19. The options on Boeing are toward the bottom end of the range. So I really like Boeing. I'm going to be putting together a trade on Boeing with my subscribers very shortly. You can click this link to join and check it out. All right, folks, there's your first stock. Stay tuned for the next two, and watch this market, because we might gap up on Monday over 5,700, and then we're going to see where it goes from there. All right, folks, I'm Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Have a good one.